TGC Requiem here. I'm just toying around with a straight blue-green build. Don't necessarily think that it's any better than... Certainly it's not better if there's no lands. Keep that. I was just trying to see what I could do. We're going to lose our Nettle Sentinel almost certainly here. I'm just not even going to cast anything. If he has another hand disruption, fine. Either way, we're making him use a spell. So we got some Mardu action going on. If I sound tired, it's because it's early. And I haven't had any coffee yet. And I probably won't until I'm done recording. Alright, so this actually is interesting. Now in a normal Gen deck, Dark Confidant average is about 1.4 damage per turn. So if he's doing 3 damage to himself per turn, roughly, and I don't know if this is the same as a Gen deck. 11, I mean, he's got like 5 turns, and it's going to take him roughly that many turns to kill me, and we have the potential to go somewhat off in the meantime. Alright, so next turn will be the turn we go for it, theoretically. Lightning Helix. And Lightning Bolt. This is not going to go very well. especially now that he has life gain. Okay, so just thinking here, with the lifelink, unless we're going to kill Sorin, it probably is worth taking out a Dark Confidant here. However, I think really at this point our only chance to go off is to kind of chain through a Heritage Druid. So we're just going to let the damage come in and hope we can go that route. Hope the draws kind of play in our favor. Nope. We do need to attack Sorin here. We cannot allow him to get to his top level, his ultimate. Two lands, Wood Foothills and Bloodstained Mire. Do wonder if maybe we could have waited one more turn. We know we would have gone down to 4, but they have a Lightning Helix and Lightning Bolt, so this is actually probably already game. If they kill the Nettle Sentinel, they're attacking for 6. I guess they need 2 bolts. We know he has a Lightning Bolt. I mean, the odds are we've lost here, but oh look. So with some amount of luck, we could chain Visionary. If he has another burn spell, it's just over. Alright. Game 2. Excuse me. Sorry, I needed to get my daughter's show going. I'm not as super confident about Beck being like a finisher. I also think we're going to minimize our summoners packs here. Probably cut. Actually, I think we're going to go that route. Although, you know, actually, let's bring in Beast Within. Help with maybe the first walker. So not the most explosive, but we do get to start with our opening ley line. Excuse me. The sniffles this morning. So my opponent just said he concedes in chat. He kept a hand with Dark Blast and no lands. He drew a land. And conceded. That's random. Nothing like assuming the rest of your strategy is just bunk. I don't get people. So 4 lands is too much, not enough action. We can keep this. Put that on top, and since we have that on top, we're going to lead with Cavern instead of Misty Rainforest. Although he may Thoughtseize us, or Inquisition, so we'll see what happens there. Sorry, I was still thinking it was my turn since it should have been my turn. And the opponent just conceded out of nowhere. So Dark Blast is not that good against Nettle Sentinel, though. But he may have a Lightning Bolt. Alright, so he dredged the Dark Blast. Assuming the Dark Blast will get pointed at the Arbor Elf. Just determining if he wants to kill it. Not ideal, but really what we gotta do. Presume a collected company goes here. Well, if we can get through to this collected company without another land, or another removal spell, we may be alright. We have plenty of blue, we're just gonna go for the forest. Hopefully hit a couple. That is like the... Yep. Nice. Alright. We're on fire now. Somehow he doesn't attack. he's just trying to uptick Soren. What am I doing? We could attack Soren, he'd have to trade both. I think we're better suited to hope we draw into like a Summoner's Pack or Crater Hoof. The reason being is if we just attack in, we lose one of our Elvish Archdruids to kill the 2 spirit tokens. Then he plays 2 more spirit tokens from the graveyard, which puts us in the same position next turn, and then we lose. So I'd expect 2 of them to attack. So green, green, colorless, colorless. And we're gonna have to sacrifice if he ultimates. So I think the problem with the blue version is there's just too many moving pieces. That kind of requires you to wait for a certain game state, which you already have to do with Collected Company. Horde kind of does, but Beck is much more fragile, at least with the current multiple paths. Well, on the plus side, no more lifelink, no more pumps. Sorry, I had to step away and blow my nose. We have the mana to really chain off if we were to have a creature in the back, but that's not possible. I think this build could use some Azuris. For some reason I was thinking that was kind of unnecessary here. Fortunately, Dark Confidant is going to prove to be our downfall. Unless he just keeps drawing more Dark Confidants, am I right? And what was the other one? Inquisition? Ah, Lightning Bolt. Bye bye, Archdruid. Six. 4, 9. Yeah. Just trying to think if Crater Hoof would actually do anything. Really need a collected company right now. $11. I think we have to take. Really, our only outs are. I think we could Crater Hoof. Okay, so prior to that, I think we would have been able to Crater Hoof for lethal. So I think that's it. No good, no good. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, Beck just seems more fragile. You have to set up these situations where you have the 4 mana like you do with Collect a Company. I mean, maybe play more 1-drops, but I mean, we already changed the deck to be a lot more 2-drops. Maybe you go all in on that, I don't know. But you have to have the mana to get it going. But on top of having the mana to get it going, you have to have the mana to keep it going. So, you know, you're in this situation where you're like, okay, back for green blue, then you cast Elvish Mystic. You know, the best scenario, the only way it really works is if you have Heritage Druid, if you have Metal Sentinel, and you can kind of chain that way. And then theoretically, Coiling Oracle and Elvish Visionary kind of help keep card advantage coming, but Coiling Oracle doesn't really pair well with Beck and Call. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think this is really legitimate version of the deck at this point. Definitely going back to green black. Green black I'm a little concerned about just with the meta right now. I feel like we're seeing an influx of kind of anger of the gods and damnations from the deck lists I'm looking at. So it's possible that even the green black version is just not where it needs to be meta wise right now. So anywho, probably still run some with green black elves a little bit, but I'm also probably going to be starting to play some other decks to see where I'll best be suited in the meta. But it'll probably be a couple other decks and elves. I'll be keeping elves on the top of the list because I know a lot of you guys want to see that. But then also, the meta after the Pro Tour might be starting to sway in a direction where elves could be good going into the Detroit GP. So, anywho, that's all for now. You guys have a good one.